This is the installation video for cavity mechanism number 18. What you'll get with the piece is the display dome, the mechanism itself, a rock, an installation tool, and a tool for removing the piece and adjusting it if necessary. To install the piece, the first thing you want to do is clean the dome. This one's already pretty clean, but I'll go over it real quick. And inside, it's real important that the inside is clean so that the rubber pads will stick. Before you install it, you want to look at the piece and visually inspect the pads, make sure they're clean and there's no debris on them, and that the cables are all running over the pulleys. One thing to watch for is that the front pulley that the cable leaves from the bottom mechanism goes over the front pulley on the top, and that the back pulley on the bottom, that cable goes over the back pulley. That'll just keep things from getting crossed. Onto the installation. Take your installation tool and you can basically just set the piece in there. You may need to compress the piece a little bit to fit into the tool, but basically what you want to do is line up the feet where the slots are on the tool. If it's a little narrow, like it is in this case, you can push up on the bottom, which will make it a little bit wider so it sits in the tool like that. Once it's there, check the pulleys again and line up the cable so they're sitting in there. And one thing you can do is once it's close to being in there, you can go ahead and install the top inside the dome. What you'll need to do is probably squeeze the installation tool a little bit, and as the feet go in there, you might have to squeeze them a tiny bit to get them to fit inside the dome. So now pulleys are aligned on the top. The bottom one will have to line up. Once that's lined up, I can put a little bit of tension on it just to seat the cables in the pulleys. Once that's done, I will align all the cable on the bottom pulleys, and I can kind of open it up a little bit as I do that to put a little bit of pressure on it and get everything so it's running in the pulleys, and that is, and again we're still good on the top. Now I will open up the bottom and very carefully position the rock into the bottom piece. And once that's done, it's positioned so there's just a little bit of air. It's mostly vertical. Now that's in there, I'm kind of holding my fingers on the outside of the mechanism. Cable's still all lined in the pulleys. I can go ahead and put a little bit of tension on that. Everything is aligned. Then I'm going to support the dome and stand the whole thing up. The weight of the rock itself will kind of keep it held by the bottom mechanism. Then we're just going to slide the dome down slowly while pushing the installation tool up, and we're going to go until the top of the mechanism is about 3/4 of an inch or 1/2 an inch below the top, and so that if I pull a little bit of weight on the rock, it's going to cause the top piece to kind of spring into place, and I'm about 3/4 of an inch off the bottom. I'm going to grab the rock again and pull a little bit harder just to kind of put tension into it. Hopefully that will seat everything. Once I've done that, the top piece should stay put, and I can very carefully slide the installation tool out. And once it gets to the bottom, you'll have to squeeze a little bit to remove it from that. And then we can put the whole dome on the base. And that is cavity mechanism number 18. If you need to move it, or if for some reason it has come out of whack, you can do a few things. To remove the piece, what we'll do is we have this kind of removal tool, and we'll support the rock, we'll put the dome back into sidewall support in the rock and hook it and pull it out. If the piece, when you've installed it, has slipped, you probably need to remove it and go through it again. Removal is just going to be take the dome, and I'm right-handed, so I'm going to support the rock with my left hand. Grab this tool, reach underneath, and just hook it on the bottom of the mechanism and pull. And that should kind of loosen everything up, and I'll be able to just pull it out. It can knock against the glass a little bit, just be more or less gentle with it. And that is the piece removed. And that's it. If you have any questions, please email me or contact the gallery. Thank you.